Hi, this is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle. On board, do I have a treat today? I just received a KastKing reel. We're going to do an unboxing on this. We'll talk a little bit about the reel and its features, and well, we'll see how it's made and why it would be popular and what the uses for this reel are. This is a KastKing reel. KastKing is they're based in Garden City, Long Island. They've been around now for a while, and they make a nice quality product throughout their lineups. And I've had the opportunity to work on a few of these over the last few years. Every one of them is top-notch in terms of the quality, and I think they're a value for the price paid. Well, this one's an interesting one. This one is a Speed Demon Elite Deadbolt. We'll talk a little bit about what the Deadbolt is. It has a 7.4 to 1 gear ratio, and well, I like the statements that folks make when they say everything old is new again. So let's just take a minute here and look at something that's old before we look at what this Deadbolt reel is. This is an older reel. This is a Shakespeare reel. It's the Shakespeare Triumph, and this one was made in the 1950s. And what's interesting to note about this is it's a direct drive reel with a level guide feature. There are no drag washers in this reel. Well, the drag is supplied by you. There is no instant anti-reverse on this reel, so you do have the ability to backpedal a reel like this to fight a fish. But for the most part, you want to get at that fish, get that fish landed, and, well, there's no drag slip going to happen here unless you let go of the handle. So this is an older concept. It was one that was available, all the way from the 1920s on in terms of reel manufacture. Then it went away. We got into modern day bait casters. They provided all kinds of different capabilities. Here's one from the 1980s. They gave you the ability to free spool, improved bearings and the like, and well, they became the standard for quite some time. Well, KastKing has, well, it's upped the game, if you will, in terms of these types of technologies with the reel that's called the Deadbolt. And let's just open this up. We'll see what we have in here. Don't want to miss any of those features and functions on the case. When you open up the reel, you'll see a very attractive reel inside, nicely packed and contained. And well, when you remove the reel, one of the things that's noticeable by its absence is there is no star adjuster. As noted, just like this one, there is no star adjuster on this reel. It's the KastKing Speed Demon. It's in the Elite series, and well, it's got quite a lot of features and functions to it. So let's talk a little bit about this. This is going to be one of two videos that I do. The other video, I'm actually going to take this reel apart and show you the insides of this reel, just so you see how the reel is manufactured, and well, you can make a decision as to whether this is something that you want to purchase. And if you do, it's available on the KastKing website. Very interesting. You can notice the huge gear here on the outside case. That's how you get 7.4 to 1. The gear ratio is a ratio of how many times your spool is going to turn to one turn of your fishing reel. And in this case, it's going to turn 7.4 times. That's a fast retrieve. The absence of the drag washer means that you are in total control of this reel, and that, well, it's you against the fish. Well, where are you going to use a reel like this? Let's start with that. You're going to use a reel like this in, well, let's say bass tournaments, for example. You want to land those fish fast. You don't need the interference of a drag washer. You're not going to be playing that fish. You just want to get that fish back to the boat as quickly as you can. And, well, one of the things that drag washers do is they can slip. They can be tuned to play the fish. You don't need it here. This reel was designed by one of the KastKing sponsored pros on the Bass Tour, and they did it specifically for that reason. He also called out on that you can fish this reel in heavy cover where fish will tend to get caught up in the weeds and that. And well, with the drag where you might slip or have some issues between you and bringing that fish in, no problem with the deadbolt, because the deadbolt is going to provide you with direct connect in terms of driving this, much like this reel is. It's a direct drive reel. You only have the main gear, the pinion gear, and the spool. A difference between the two reels, that older version of this, is you do have an instant anti-reverse on this one. So if you need to stop, maybe your fish is dove under one of those lily pads, you need to stop and just lever, you can do that because this will not slip. Let's talk a little bit about the features and functions of this. This has zero drag, if you will. I don't know what the max drag is. I guess it's everything that you can put into there, but it's going to hold. This reel does have two features on the side. One of them is called the Demon Eye Micro Control, and this is an extension of setting the drag. You're going to set the drag. Here, you're going to be able to adjust your drags, and then you can fine-tune this with the micro adjuster on the outside. I just kind of showed you another feature of that. That's a very simple and easy open case. I don't know how many times I've had fishing reels come in, well, struggling with get that darn side plate off there. This one's a simple spring-loaded device with a switch on the back that enables you to do that. And that's always important to me, especially when you go to clean a reel. You can just pop that out, take the spool off, clean up the insides of this, and get it going again. This does have, and we'll get into this in the next video, it does have a double bearing to support your shaft. It does have magnesium and brass gears. So it's a magnesium brass main gear and pinion gear. I'm not sure which one is which, but probably should have done a little bit more research on that, but we can get into that. But quality materials inside, which is what I've found on all of the KastKing reels. This one has an aluminum alloy frame, which makes it very light. They're calling it ergonomics in terms of the way that it fits in your palm. Right-hand drive is going to fit in your left palm, right? But it is a nice feel to this. And, well, I think it's just a nice reel, high speed. And, well, it's going to be a pitching reel, right? You're going to engage your free spool, and that's free spool just turns nice, free and easy. And of course it can be adjusted. You do want to adjust that to the weight of your lure, but overall that's going to be a nice pitching reel. You're going to probably throw it in the cover, as I mentioned, lily pads or the like, deep grasses. And when you hook up, well, you're just going to crank that 7.4 to 1 gear ratio just as strong as you can to land that fish quickly. You know, surveys have shown that if you bring the fish back in quick, you're actually doing it a favor in that they don't struggle during the fight and, you know, compromise their chances for survival. So that's a look at the KastKing Deadbolt from an overview standpoint and an unboxing standpoint. The reel does have 10 bearings plus a instant anti-reverse clutch. So overall it's 11 bearings, and I think knowing KastKing, they're all in the right places. And again, they make a nice quality product. I think that if you have the need for fishing a reel in deep cover, that where you don't need that drag, I think this is the way to go. So does the pro that is fishing these on the tour. So I hope you've enjoyed the overview. I'll do a video short on this one, just as a quick introduction to the reel. I'm also going to take this side plate off in a second video, just so that you can get an inside look to it. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and I thank you for watching. This is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle.